Rosa Parks was a civil rights activist. She was an African American who wanted equality for everyone. Even though slavery had been banned, blacks were not treated as equals to whites. Rosa Parks is considered the mother of the civil rights movement, and this is her story of that fateful day when the bus ride home from me. Before we begin to dive into the story of the bus ride, let's get a little background. Rosa Parks was both fearful and fearless. She was afraid because of the racism going on. This was led by the Ku Klux Klan, but because of this fear, or maybe in spite of it, she was not afraid to speak her mind. She went to Alabama State Teachers College. Both Rosa and her husband settled in Montgomery, where they joined the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. In one interview she said that the cause she had was just a matter of trying to challenge the powers that be, and let it be known that we did not wish to continue being second-class citizens. It was a normal December day until that fateful ride home from work that would change American history. On her way home, Rosa took the bus like she had done many times before. She sat right behind the section that was reserved for whites only. This meant that she had sat in the middle of the bus, not in the front like some people like to claim. At one of the stops, there were several whites that wanted on the bus, and they filled up the whites-only section. There were still 3 more whites that needed a seat, so the bus driver told the blacks that were sitting in the row right behind them to move back. The 3 men that were sitting in a row with Rosa moved, but Rosa did not. She moved over so that there would be a seat for the white passengers. Rosa did not plan to make a stand for the way that the African Americans were being treated that day. The opportunity had just presented itself, and she was not going down without a fight. When she was asked why she did not move, she responded with the fact that she paid for her seat. She was not going to move from her seat because she was not in a seat reserved for whites. She was arrested for violating segregation laws. Her arrest had sparked an outcry because she was held in high esteem by all who knew her. After her arrest, there was a boycott that is known as the Montgomery Bus Boycott. This boycott lasted 381 days. The boycott was for all city-owned buses. The boycott was called by another famous activist, Martin Luther King Jr. It lasted until the decision to make segregation on buses illegal, and they even allowed African Americans to become bus drivers. The bus companies hated the boycott because they had lost 75% of the riders and income. It was not until several years later that Rosa Parks was recognized for the work that she had done in the fight for equality for everyone, no matter their race. In 1996, she received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and in 1999, she received a Congressional Gold Medal of Honor. When she died on October 29, 2005, her body was laid in several spots, including the rotunda at the U.S. Capitol, an honor usually reserved for presidents. On the day of her funeral, President George W. Bush ordered all the flags to be at half-mast in her honor.